If you saw this video and thought it had to do with black people's genitalia, click off, because that's not what I'm talking about here. This is what I mean. When I was at a club a long time ago, you may have heard this story when I got with a 30-year-old woman. One guy in our group happened to be this black dude, and he was about 6'9" tall. 6'9" tall, my bad. This is what happened. This guy had superpowers beyond belief, right? He'd make Superman look like he was fucking always holding kryptonite in his pocket the entire time. Because this is what this guy did, and I could never in a million years do what he did because I would get arrested. Now, granted, this guy was a professional basketball player. He was very tall, he was very handsome, and he had all the things that made a guy able to take your girlfriend of 10 years in a snap. So, I don't know if this applies to every single black person, but I'm just going to say that it is because I'm not racist. Now, this is what happened. We were at the club, right? And I think only a black person could pull this off. Even if there was a white guy who was 6'9", who was a professional basketball player, I don't think he could do it as well as a black guy could. We were standing there. A beautiful woman was walking past us. I was standing there, I was talking to him. Mid-conversation with me, he goes and grabs the woman by her hands, pulls her towards him, calls her beautiful, and then proceeds to get her number and be with her throughout the night. And I go, dog, how the fuck did you do that? He said, what do you mean, man? I said, how'd you just grab her and just fucking talk to her? I'd get maced if I did that shit. He started laughing. He was like, oh, man, you gotta do them, man. Sometimes you see something you want and you take it. I was like, holy fuck! Imagine those words coming out of my fucking mouth. I'd be in jail faster than O.J. Simpson saying he did it. I couldn't do that shit, right? So, this was the coolest dude, one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. He was fucking tall as shit, and then when he grabbed that hot girl's hands, he introduced me to her friend, who was a dumpster fire, by the way. She was fucking disgusting looking, but he still introduced me to her. I mean, that was the thought that counts. So he knew one thing about me, is that I did stand-up comedy. And the first thing he did was, yo, this is my boy. He's a big-time comedian. Guy didn't even know my fucking name. Just started explaining how I was a comedian to this girl. And then I hit her with my signature line, which is, do you happen to have low standards? And then the girl will start laughing. And then she'll say, what do you mean? I say, well, if you have too high of standards, you and I aren't going to work out. And then she'll start laughing again. I hit her with that, but she was fucking disgusting. So I didn't really want to touch her. But again, I think only black people could pull that fucking move off. I couldn't do it. I'd get arrested. Any white dude could. Nah, I don't think he could do it either. It's just a certain type of swagger in a black guy that could pull that shit off. No other race, I don't know if they could do it. Comment below if you were of a different fucking race and maybe you could do it. And I'm the only person on YouTube who could say these type of things because, right, I am the racial, what's it called, wall between us all, and then I let the door open for everybody else to come through, if that makes any fucking sense. Anyway, boys, cop yourself some merch, Jada506shop.com, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Peace.